What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Christian Media Now. I'm your host, Mason, and today we have tons of new music, so let's get right into it. First off, you can email me at onegodmedia24@gmail.com with any comments, questions, or concerns, or if you just want to chat, you can always email me there. So let's start off. First, we have Sevens by Brandon Lake. This is kind of a rock-type single that released about 2 weeks ago. I love this one. I got to see this perform live at the record reveal. I'm actually in that song that is on this single. So there's the original is Sevens off of his new King of Hearts record, which you can pre-save using the link in the description below. And there's also Sevens live from the record reveal. I was at the record reveal. I got free tickets. You can actually go listen to my whole experience there at the Brandon Lake record reveal review. Then we have Gratitude by Anthem X, BOVRS, and Mass Anthem. This is a really good one. I believe this is actually just a single, Gratitude by Brandon Lake, just redone. I listened to it, but I haven't listened to it in a while, so I think that was what it was. But anyway, yes. Now we have Won't Start Now by Seth Schleter. I love Seth Schleter. He's absolutely amazing. He's actually not released a ton of music, but the stuff that he has released is really good. He's done lots of collabs with people, but he has not released a lot of his own music, but I love his stuff. Then we have Josiah Queen, Two Wooden Beams. I think he's releasing a new album soon, so stay tuned for that. This song is really good. I did listen to this one. Not all the time I listen to all the songs, but this one I did listen to the full thing. It was really good, and I really enjoyed it, so go check that out. Then we have Tough Love by After Grace. This single released a while ago, or 2 weeks ago. Honestly, I don't know a lot of their stuff, but maybe y'all like them, so go check them out in the Christian Media Now official playlist. You can see all these songs that I review here on there. You can pre-save that if you go using the link in the description, or if you go to Spotify and look up One Gun Media. Our profile should pop up. Then we have The Morning by Blessing Offer. I actually got to see him live with Lauren Daigle. He was absolutely amazing. He's blind and he knows how to play the piano really well, so that's like blows me away. Then we have Fences by Andrew Ripp. I love Andrew Ripp. He's actually done some songs that I really enjoyed. Again, I have not listened to all this music, so I don't know what this one sounds like, but I'm sure it's great because I love him. Then we have Faith by Britt Nicole. It's a new single that released 2 weeks ago on May 16th. We also have May 16th Get Well Soon by Lecrae and Miles Minnick. Lecrae is kind of a Christian rapper, so if you really like him, check out this new single that released. Then we have Sons of Sunday, which is the self-titled album from the band Sons of Sunday. This is a Christian Avengers group composed of Brandon Lake, Chandler Moore, Leland, Pat Barrett, Stephen Furtrick, and Chris Brown, which are all different Christian artists, all combined into one power team. Then we have Our God Reigns All Over the Earth Live by Martin Smith, Carrie Job, and Cody Carnes. This released 2 days ago, a new single out by Cody Carnes. I'm not a huge fan of live performances, so I didn't really like this one that much, but I like concerts and I like live music, but I don't like listening to live performances. Like, I feel like it's kind of, you have to be there to like it. Then there's Dream I Never Had by Corey Asbury. I love Corey Asbury. Some of his stuff is not like 100% out Christian, but his music's still great. Then we have Let It Begin by Big Daddy Weave. That's a new album out by them. I feel like they released that song so long ago, and they're just now putting out the album. I remember listening to these people, and they would come on the radio. Like, I remember forever always listening to these people, because I was born in 2011, and they've been releasing music since 2001. I remember listening to these people since the very beginning of my life. So they're great. They're absolutely amazing. Then we have Washed by Newlands Worship and Leland, a new single that released 2 days ago. I got to see Leland live. It was actually very good. I like him a lot. He's actually in the band Sons of Sunday, so if you like him, go check that out. Then we have Spring by Citizen Way, Ben Calhoun, and Ava Calhoun. Sorry, not Calhoun. That's a new single that released 2 days ago. We have I Made It by the band Kane. That's a new single that released 2 days ago. I love Kane. This single was absolutely amazing. Of the ones that I did listen to this week, this was the one that I liked the best. So definitely go check that out. We have Who Else by I Am They and Chasing Company, a new single that released 2 days ago. We have an EP by Jason Gray called I'm Gonna Let It Go. This is an acoustic set, so it's a little bit slower of songs, but still great. Again, Jason Gray is one of those people that I feel like I've always heard since I've been born. We have Upside Down by Switch. Switch is actually a band you don't really hear a ton of, but they do some really good music. So they do make some really good music. So go check that out. Then we have the choir versions by Terrian. Terrian is actually, I at first didn't really like her, but then I started listening to her, and she's really good. So highly suggest you go check that out. We also have Christ and Me multi-track sessions by Life.Church Worship. I believe I've actually been to this church before a while ago. So yeah, go check that out. We have Look to God by Rhett Walker, a new single out by him. This is kind of a country type thing. And then my pick of the week, we have Victory Lap by Elevation Rhythm. Elevation Rhythm has been a staple of my teen years. They're like the Christian youth group band. They released a single recently called Goodbye Yesterday. I believe that was like one of the first weeks of one of the first weeks of Christian Media Now. I reviewed this. I think I would have been on like my 5th or 6th episode. So I started in March of last year. So we've officially passed the 1-year anniversary. And this came out in May. So I can't believe I've been doing this for a year. Thank you so much for listening. That's all the music we have for today. Thank you so much for following. Things you should know about. This next week, Phil Wickham is releasing a new single called Homesick for Heaven. He's been hyping this up for a while. So I highly suggest you go check it out because it is absolutely an amazing song. But yeah, Homesick for Heaven is releasing on the 30th. I'm really excited for it because I got to hear it live at Summer Worship Nights last year. And speaking of Summer Worship Nights, tickets are available out now. I think Nashville sold out. I'm going to Nashville. So if you listen to Nashville and are going to Summer Worship Nights, I'll see you there. So we got tickets like right when they came out. So that was really good. But there is some tickets left in the city near you, even if you live in London. I know we have some listeners in the UK. So they're coming there. So if you want to go see Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham, they're absolutely amazing. I highly recommend them. Of course, I've seen Phil Wickham like 4 times and Brandon Lake 4 times as well. So I'm a little biased. But what I did notice is Heartfelt Hallelujah came out or was announced at the same show. And Heartfelt Hallelujah's abbreviation is HFH. And this one's Homesick for Heaven, which has the same abbreviation of HFH. Which is that's kind of cool. So, yeah, go pre-save that now with the link in the description. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.